Frazier, and I'm the founder and music director of the American Pops Orchestra, and I'm also the co-owner of Nouveau Productions, a full-service production company, and I was born in Parkersburg. So for undergrad, I was piano performance, and I also played for a lot of singers and instrumentalists and learned how to collaborate with them, which of course is so much of the foundation of conducting. And then after WVU, I went to Ohio University in Athens, and I got a master's in conducting. And so tied those things all together to set me up for what I'm doing today. I loved my time at WVU. I had a fabulous piano teacher, Christine Keverstan, who again was one of those pivotal people in my life that changed my entire perspective on music. So much of the time when you're studying piano, a lot of teachers just focus on technique and fast fingers and, how quickly can you learn this piece? And Dr. Keverstan actually spent all the time on that, but even more importantly, she taught me how to listen better. And now as a conductor, that is so much a part of every rehearsal, every process I'm a part of, is learning how to listen intently and deeply and making sure everything I do is purposeful. So when I finished my master's at Ohio University, of course it's terrifying to graduate with a degree in the arts because, you're not going to walk into an office and take a spot, you're not going to walk down any of these traditional paths. But I think so much of my upbringing in West Virginia, which I think is a culture of resilience, set me up for that. So now I spend almost all of my time creating original shows for orchestra. Starting an orchestra is not for the faint of heart. And an orchestra that's a nonprofit because you want to make sure to follow every rule to the nth degree and make sure that you are representing donors' dollars in the best way. So I started asking friends that might want to play with a group like this because it's not for everyone, not for every musician. You have to be extremely flexible, extremely great at reading new music. And what I love about that, it is the same group of people that adapt to the different types of shows that we're doing. One of the reasons why I started an orchestra is that it's a flexible organization. And I think so many people want to experience music in so many different ways and want to feel a sense of belonging in music. And so I started this group to preserve and promote and kind of reimagine classic American music. So music that everybody from our grandmother, cousins, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, teachers, friends can hear themselves in because they helped create it. They inspired the stories. They created this bridge that put all of our lives together. And I'm delighted to say it's brought so many new people to the orchestra and opened so many doors for me personally because I'm always trying to listen to my audiences. So we started a company called Nouveau Productions, and the reason we called it that is because it's French for new. And we wanted to focus on a company that would go to a client and say, this may be what you've done for 20, 30, 50 years, but guess what? We're going to take a pair of fresh eyes and help you reimagine it.
When the bells all ring and the horns all blow and the couples we know are fondly kissing.
So just this past year, I decided to do an entire recreation of Ella Wishes You a Swingin' Christmas, which is an iconic 1960 album by Ella Fitzgerald. I actually am fortunate enough to have a great relationship with her foundation, and so they gave me the rights to recreate the album. Well, PBS, again via a connection, got word we were doing it and said, oh my gosh, can we air this? And then that led to hearing about a big show we were doing at Mount Vernon with an incredible lineup of artists. And they said, what? How are you making this happen in the middle of COVID? And now it's leading to this coming year, we're going to have 12 to 15 additional programs on PBS. And it just keeps going. And what they've said back to us is that what they appreciate is that every show is unique and ties into my personal philosophy that audiences want a new take on things.
What are you doing? New Year's Eve.
I owe almost my entire career to the public school music system, and that's why now I like to give back as much as I possibly can to support those teachers and those students. I had a lot of people that believed in me and created opportunities because they saw that I wanted to work and I wanted to put myself out there and make myself better. And I kind of feel like if I can be that bridge, if I can be that ladder for a 4-year-old in preschool or a college student getting ready to graduate, I'm going to do everything I can in the free time I have to create those opportunities. And so there's a constant drive to create those experiences and try to create those opportunities that could change their life. One of the things that I think is lesser known across the country is the depth of artistic excellence in the state of West Virginia. There are artists of every genre, every type, and at the highest levels. And anytime I can create a performance platform for West Virginia artists, West Virginia natives, I love to do it. I had great West Virginia Public Television, West Virginia Public Radio that brought music into my life. The West Virginia Symphony, which I have great love and respect for, and gave me my start as well through the Andrew and Amy Vaughn Fellowship. All of these things went into who I am, to shape me, to inspire me, to challenge me. And it was all because of the excellence in West Virginia. And I love to be that kind of flag-waving ambassador for the state and talking about all the great things that are there and the great things that could be there, how those that aren't from the state can bring so many great things there and build bridges for everybody. That's part of my job, I feel like, on a daily basis. I think one of the greatest things that has helped me in my career is I've never been afraid to reach out and ask questions and ask for help. To anyone thinking about a career in the arts and saying, is it possible? Is it scary? Is it exciting? How do I get there? How can I think about this differently? Reach out to someone. You don't have to meet them. You don't have to know them. Send a cold email, make a cold call. I think most people will be surprised at how quickly they'll get a response, and a positive response. You're gonna find those people that build your tribe, build your community, and that's so important. It's a lot of work and you have to be relentless, but if you have that drive and that passion, you can get there. You keep thinking about those around you that help you get there, and keep asking for advice. Keep trying to grow, keep trying to get better. For me, it's a daily project of improving my musicality, my approach to the arts. I'm constantly trying to get better. And so right now, as those considering getting into this field, it's going to be a ride, and it's not always going to be easy, but you can do it.